Welcome to American Dream TV in Nashville. I'm your host, John Gardella, and today we have a special treat for you as we are at a historic landmark here in Nashville, the Ryman Auditorium. And we are here to get a first-class tour. Let's go say hi to Joshua. Hey, Joshua.
Hey, John.
Thank you for meeting with us today and being on the show and showing us a little bit about the Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this building has been kind of Nashville's stage. If you had any significant event of any kind, you had it here. Big name performers of all sorts.
Johnny Cash, Elvis, Houdini.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
Had 3 U.S. presidents here. We've had them all.
The stage of the Ryman Auditorium. There is a lot of history in this room, yeah?
Absolutely. So this is our 130th birthday.
130.
Yeah, 130
Wow.
years old. The old gal looks pretty great. We actually call it the Carnegie Hall of the South.
Wow.
Operas, ballets, classical theater, right?
Yeah.
And then our most famous former resident moved in, the Grand Ole Opry. You probably heard of the Grand Ole Opry, right? We're the 5th home. They're here for 31 years.
There you go.
And then since then, we've kind of just continued that tradition. I tell you what, we're going to head upstairs to the balcony. Best view in the house.
There you go. Let's go. All right, so what is it about this space? I mean, I got through watching the video, the opening video, and how the celebrities love performing in this space. The intimacy, the sound quality. What is it?
People love to stand maybe where their heroes have stood. You're kind of continuing in this long legacy of performers, right? And secondly, it sounds really good. You know, the guy who designed the place, he knew what he was doing, and he knew, in 1892, the idea of getting the preacher's voice to the back row, and it's been likened to performing inside an acoustic guitar. It's warm, and it feels and sounds really good. And the intimacy. They talk about, you feel like you're part of the audience, and the audience is part of the show.
Yeah, I mean, the audience is right on you, right, as a performer. I mean, it's such an intimate, like you said, intimate setting. Well, thank you very much for showing me the balcony. We got another special place you're going to show us next, and that is?
Our rock and roll exhibit, because there's a really neat story we can tie in with that.
Okay, cool. Let's go see it.
All right. So we got everybody on display from Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Chris Hillman from the Byrds, we actually have Peter Frampton's talk box. The talk box he used on Frampton Comes Alive is on display over there.
Peter Frampton.
That's right.
Wow.
So all these artists have played in the venue, and they continue to do so. We are actually being designated as a rock and roll landmark by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum simply because of the diversity. We've had well over 100 of their over 300 members perform in our building.
Wow.
As the world famous Ryman Alleyway runs between the Ryman Auditorium and all these iconic honky-tonks here on Broadway. And really what this is a special artist entrance that for decades, generations, artists have come in and out of these doors to play the Ryman. It's kind of a famous place here in Nashville.
Yeah. What a great place to end such a wonderful tour of the Ryman Auditorium. Joshua, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Come back anytime.
Well, that's a wrap for us here at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, one of the most historic spots you can see in Nashville. I'd like to give a big thank you to the Ryman Auditorium management, as well as Joshua, who was a great tour guide. I'm your host, John Gardella, here on American Dream TV in Nashville, and until next time, go Nashville.